Welcome everybody to the 2022 Subaru Crosstrek Outdoor. Today, let's start this video slightly different compared to the other videos we've made so far. Let's see how this car is. Let's begin this video by seeing how this car drives. So this car has a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated boxer engine which produces about 180 horsepower. It's mated to a CVT automatic gearbox. It does have a manual option as well, but the manual does not get the EyeSight adaptive cruise control technology that this car has. So coming to the way this car drives, it actually drives really well. The suspension is super planted and it soaks up bumps perfectly. It takes corners as well really well. The steering feel is really good. As you can see, I'm pushing it a little bit to the corner and it's actually really nice. The steering feel is good. You know where the front end is. You can do mid-corner corrections if you want to, and it doesn't get unsettled with mid-corner bumps. It just takes all the potholes and all the bumps with so ease that it's actually surprising. You get carried away when you're cruising on the highway with how much comfortable the ride is. It's actually really fun pushing it down some B roads as well, like how I am doing right now. It's actually good. And then the CVT works really well because there's so much low end torque that you never actually have to floor the car to get out of a corner. It's actually pretty well tuned by Subaru, the whole chassis development and how the engine delivers power. Especially this comes with all-wheel drive, so you are never, scrambling for power. You always shoot out of the corner just right. It's actually perfect. It's so fun to drive this car. The front end of the 2022 Crosstrek Outdoor is a little revised compared to the other variants. The car has a lot of cladding, which is the first thing you'll notice when you look at this car from the front. This is being the outdoor variant, has just that bit more cladding on around the fog light housing to protect your bumper from rock chips or anything that can happen if you take this car off the road. The cladding will protect it. I think it's a bit more confidence inspiring. Though this is the outdoor variant, it is the mid variant. So there are no DRLs, no LED headlights, no nothing. This has halogen headlights. But again, the throw is good at night, so not a big problem. But yes, compared to other cars on the road, you will miss the LEDs, but you can obviously opt for the top end variant that comes with this car. Again, it's a good looking car and good job by Subaru. The side profile of the 2022 Crosstrek is fairly simple. It's got some cuts and creases on the doors, but mainly it's dominated by the cladding that is on the side. It has extra cladding because this is the outdoor variant, and on the cladding you'll find that it has some carbon fiber texture, which I think looks really good and appeals to the outdoor look that this car is trying to live with. This car also has 17-inch alloys which are special to this outdoor variant. Comes with Yokohama Geolandar all-terrain tires which give it that ability to take the rough stuff very well. There's also roof rails which are very functional, and you can actually put a roof box on it to load some stuff. Again, functional. Now we're inside the Subaru Crosstrek Outdoor, and there are some changes that are specific to this variant. This variant has the smaller screen, the higher variants have a bigger screen. There's also no sunroof, and this one has manual AC which is only single zone. The higher variants have dual zone interiors. Again, this car focuses more on ruggedness, so maybe you don't need those features. Everything else feels really nice wherever you put your hand. The steering wheel is really nice to hold. You've got nice thumb contours, and you've got a host of buttons, and it's a very happening steering wheel. You can change a lot of things on the steering wheel. So you've got obviously the paddle shifters. This is the heated steering button. Then you've got 3 buttons here which you can toggle around the center screen. Not the main infotainment, but there's another supplementary screen which shows additional data, which your oil temperature or your fuel economy, your angle, approach angle, departure angle, all that stuff is handled by the secondary screen. Then you do have the cruise control, the adaptive cruise control, which Subaru calls EyeSight. So this car has the Subaru EyeSight technology. That is only available with the automatic transmission which this car has. It's very nice, and everything you hold, and obviously there is yellow accents which is special to the outdoor variant. Obviously this car has the yellow exterior, so it matches well, but if you had another color with the exterior, it'd still be yellow, so that might not work out very well. The yellow theme carries on, so you've got brilliant yellow stitching on the seats, on the dashboard, on the steering wheel, everywhere, and you have the Crosstrek badging on the seats. These seats are really comfortable, a bit on the firmer side, but it's really soft. The big cushioning is really nice, and one might think that this is actual leather, but it's actually not. It's a sort of texture that Subaru has made, which is actually looks like leather, but it's actually very easy to maintain, very easy to clean. It can just be cleaned by just a wipe of a cloth to just, keep it clean. Obviously it highlights the rugged intention this car is trying to put out. Now I'm in the rear seat of the Crosstrek, and as you can see, the driving seat is for my height. I'm 5'8", and there's quite a lot of knee room, leg room, headroom, everything. You won't be tight for space. However, you will find tight is equipment. There's not much going on here. There's no AC vents, no charging ports, no nothing. Again, it's pretty simple. You do have the same carbon fiber-ish texture, which is in the front as well. But there's one big downside in the rear, and this is the transmission hump. It's too big. I mean, it's very difficult for a person to shift from this side to this side because of the massive transmission hump. There is also an armrest which is it's at the right height, and you do have 2 cup holders which you can put your drink. But aside from that, not much going on here. In conclusion then, the 2022 Subaru Crosstrek Outdoor. Well, I feel that it's a very rugged car. I think it rides really well. The all-wheel drive with the X-Drive modes make it capable to take into the rough stuff. The cladding makes sure that it's protected from the rock chips, and if you want to venture off-road, yes, this is the mid variant, so equipment levels might not be matching other cars in the segment, but obviously you can opt for the top-end variant that this car comes with, and you will get a lot more tech and luxurious feels. I think Subaru has done really well with the ruggedness for affordability, and I think this car works very well with that tagline.